Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is. This is Rachel, also known as Ditsy Diamond Painter, and I'm just bringing you a little whip and waffle. I've got a list there of things to talk about. I've actually organised myself a little bit today. First of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I've had a few lately. It's been really nice. I love your comments. I try and answer as quick as I can, but sometimes life gets in the way of that. And sometimes I've noticed YouTube doesn't tell you that you've got comments. And I don't go on analytics more than once a month, I would want to say. So maybe I should do that. I don't know. I'm working on a AliExpress. I'm not going to go into details. It's a very old kit. It's mermaidy, it's pink, and I'm waiting for a diamond painting. So for those that don't know, WIP and Waffle is work in progress, not something kinky. As Mr. P likes to say, it sounds rude. And Waffle is me just waffling on and you listening. If you want to listen, you don't have to listen. You can press mute and just watch if you want. Yeah, like I said, the canvas is a double-sided adhesive. It's from AliExpress, 3 years old, around, easily. I'm doing a different setup for a whip and waffle, just to try and stop the video shaking quite so much, to be quite honest. Not that many people watch when you're doing a whip and waffle. They tend to be working on a project themselves while you're listening. So thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. I really like comments. I've been feeling really... I'm in a slump and I can't get myself out of it. So it cheers me up a bit when I get comments and, you know, fun. So I've got a cup of tea, milk 2 sweeteners. I've got my drills in... I like these because they're separate. AliExpress, that's all I know. A pen, AliExpress. Tweezers, could be Diamond Art Club ones. I've got a stash of them. And so I am at the minute collecting a few waxes. I'm going to do a little experiment with them. So I'm going to try different waxes with the everlasting tips and then with normal tips, and for multi-places as well I'm trying. So at the moment I don't like I'm quite a heavy presser. I don't like pink wax in these normal tips. So I've actually put a bit of Gorilla Tack in there and it worked really well on my last painting I did. I'll go into details about that later. And I don't like Gorilla Tack in multi-places, I've decided. It gets on the sides too much and sticks. Don't even know if you can see that. No, there it is. So yeah, I'm positive this pen's from AliExpress. So I've got Diamond Art Club wax in it. I find that the best for multi-placing, which is this one here. And then I've got my 2 Add More Zest trays. This is the old one, the original, and this is the newer one. I've got 2 different ones because I've got pinks and then I've got like taupes and stuff. So I've got dark, I don't know if you can see, like dark and light. So some of them I can use in the pink, but some of them I won't see in the dark one. Yeah. So I use 2 trays now. It's a new thing for me, but it works, especially if the light's reflecting funny. I used my Xyron sticker maker to do them, and then I don't know what I did to it, but I've got to get some more refill for that. Which is, if Claire, if you watch this, from Diamond Painting Claire, I saw it for £8.99 on eBay, but I've got to wait till I've got some money. I've got to wait till the first till all my bills go out, basically. What else? What else? What else? Most important thing is a cup of tea. That's an old drill off an old kit that I've just done. So, double-sided adhesive. Now, I've had this 3 years, this kit. It's been flat in a thing. I'm just going to show you the condition it's in. There's not one river on it. I have already put my washi tape on because it always overlaps on these. But there isn't a river on it or nothing. So, we'll go like this. No, mermaid. Let's get a magnet. I don't know where all the bottoms of my magnets have gone. But I've kind of got cover minders with no bottom. Well, we'll have one of them ones there. We'll nick one off another one. So we'll have, because it is a mermaid painting, I'll put that on there to keep that back. I'm going to try and zoom you in a bit. Get you in a bit more, can we? I don't want it so you can't back out a bit. Sorry if I'm making you go sick. So I'm going to start anyway in this corner here. I'm working from the side. It is like landscape, not portrait, but I'm working as if it's portrait. So I'm going to have a sip of tea. Sip of tea. Oh. Now, I think I've got hay fever. The cold that I've had for I don't know how long, we'll go with, is actually, so we're going A. I think it's actually hay fever. I've actually been taking some antihistamines this week and it seems to have worked. But I haven't took any today. So, first of all, how is everyone? How is your week going? Mine's been actually quite busy. For a change. But it's not been a good busy. I just add that in. It's not been a good busy. So, it's been, well, it has been a good busy. So we've been doing lots of pottering in the garden. So we'll start from last week. What happened last week? Had the doctors last week for the woman's, for the smear. I want to have that done. But then I had a general health check straight after. Literally straight after. And my blood pressure was a bit high. And I went to the, because it was 2 different nurses, one for the smear and one for the health check. And I was like, it is a bit high, but normally I have low blood pressure, I don't have high blood pressure. I said, but I've literally 2 minutes before that had a smear. Which doesn't bother me, but it, you know, it subconsciously might. So she checked it again twice after that and it was fine. Fine blood pressure. Which made me happy because my mum and has got extraordinarily high blood pressure. And for the first time in 20 years, they've managed to get it into a normal range. But it's took 20 years to get there. I mean, her blood pressure, every time she gets it monitored, if she has a hospital appointment, is like they're trying to get her in a room and a bed because she's, you know, they can't understand how she's not in stroke, and yeah, she has really bad high blood pressure. But it looks like something might be working. They've changed the meds and they've reduced some different meds, and I hope you can see this. I'm sorry if you can't. This is too high, you see, so I can't see. Yeah, you can. So yeah, so I had that, then I had some blood tests done, the general, you know, sugar check for diabetes, cholesterol. This was on Thursday last week. And you know, iron levels and stuff like that, because I'm sometimes anemic. And I had a text message this week saying I need to control my cholesterol, basically, which I knew. I'm surprised I didn't have sugar thing, to be fair, but let's get a little. So I have been trying. Yeah, no, I haven't. It was Mother's Day. I didn't get the text message till not yesterday, the day before. It was Mother's Day the weekend. And I had chocolates for the first time. What Mikey actually bought me with his own money, a Mother's Day present. It wasn't off Mr. P. It wasn't off my mum, because my mum will sometimes do that for me. It was generally, and I cried like a baby, but we'll get to that. Stand chocolate. So yeah, my cholesterol levels. But when I was in with the nurse, I've got 2 lumps on my arm, like on my skin, not in, if that makes sense. And I've had them, they come up last year, I think. And at first I thought they were like spots. Then I thought they might be bites, but they've not gone away. They've started to change colour a bit. So I got the nurse to have a look at them. And she went, oh, I think you need a doctor to look at them. And there's our doctors is using an app that you can kind of send in what your ailments are on this app, with photos if it's a rash or whatnot, and then they'll get back to you if they think it's nothing or whatnot. So now I sent that when I got back from the nurse straight away, and about 3 hours later I get a phone call. Oh, who's this? It was the doctor. Wants me in to check these marks, these little lumps on my arms. Okay. He tried to get me in the next day, but got no appointments till today, which is Wednesday, the following Wednesday. So I've got another doctor's appointment today to go and get these lumps checked in my arm. I'm not worried about it really, but I just better to be safe than sorry. And again, like most people, when I was younger, I didn't really look after my skin with sunblock and whatnot. And I used to love it out in the sun. I can't stand it now, but I used to really love being out in the sun. This is weird without I can see it, but it's weird without glasses on. A light pad, I mean. I might put my glasses on and see if that helps. Yeah, so I've got that today. A few medical things have happened today. Mr. P had his blood checks back because he has to have his checked, and everything's fine. He's not even got high cholesterol, which guts me. Not that I wish ill health on him, but you know, his diet is far worse than mine at times. So yeah, so that's one thing that happened, the doctors. Then we had Mother's Day on the Monday. Oh yeah, so then we did some more in the garden because we took the shed down and whatnot. So that's fine nearly. The patio is now double the size it feels. Now we've sorted all the rubbish out, and I'm not doing a very good job on this, am I? I hope you're all doing your own thing and not actually watching this. And then so then we had Mother's Day on Sunday in the UK. I know America, is it June? I think it's close to Father's Day, Mother's Day, because we have a Father's Day in, is it June or July? I don't know. I'll wait till I start seeing things and then just go and get Mr. P a card. So, I was spoilt. Mikey come back, he stayed at his friend's. Come back with a little box of Lindor and some apple dashes from Greggs. Again, cholesterol. But I didn't know then. We've got some stuff together on this. And it made me cry because I don't know. You know when you just think you're not doing enough for you. How can I put it with the kids? I don't know. Sometimes you just feel like you're not involved enough, or I don't know. You're not doing the right things with them, but that really made me. Yeah, I did cry like a little baby. But Mike is my only actual loving one, really, to be quite honest. The other boys aren't. I had a phone call off Andrew, which was really nice because I only get a phone call off Andrew normally if I text him. I text him, how are you? Because he works in a pub and he works all weird hours, so I always text him and then he'll phone me if he's free or he's awake. Or I'm sorry, I'm drinking my tea, but my throat's really dry this morning. And then I finished. How can I forget? That's one thing I didn't write down, I think. Yeah, I finished Mackenzie's Treasure. No, not Mackenzie's Treasure. 13 Treasures by Sarah Burrier from Craftably. Oh my God, that was a dream. I cannot tell you how much I loved doing that kit. I got a little bit obsessed and kept ordering ABs and got used a few rhinestones I'd got, and I really did enjoy it. I don't think I'd want to do it every time though. Only in kits that have got nothing on them. And yeah, it definitely gives you that sense of you've achieved something because you've made it different, if that makes sense. You've put your own little signature on it, maybe. I don't know. So, but yeah, that was a dream to do. So then, Mr. P for Mother's Day. I've never done a mystery kit. Ever. And I was looking on, where did I get it from? I was looking on. Mr. P said I could have a more budget friendly, because money is tight. Money is tight for a lot of people at the minute. A budget friendly words, Rach. Diamond painting kit. So that knocks a few companies out with the fact it's got budget friendly on the front of it. So I was looking on mindfulness diamonds. I think it come up on Facebook or something like that. And I know some people won't use them, but I don't know. They've got some nice kits on. Well, what look like nice kits. I've had from Diamond Painting Factory, but not from Mindfulness Diamonds. So I've ordered myself. Again, I've never done one before. Stupid. 50 by 70 mystery diamond painting. Fantasy. Because if you've been around for a while, I'm all about the fairies and the world of magic. And so I got myself a fantasy mystery painting from Mindfulness Diamonds. And I really want to do it because I've been seeing other people doing that. I really want to try it. But I just couldn't get a small one because of, who was it that did a small one that I saw finished? Diamond Painting Claire finished one, and it looked all right, but because it was a 30 by 40, it was a little bit pixelated, shall we say. But it was only £22 from Mindfulness Diamonds, and it was free shipping. So, and shipping's a big thing at the minute for everyone, so that was a bonus. Yeah, so there are some events that I could do. There's the Hannah Lynn one that shine like a diamond's doing. And then there was another one. The Josephine Wall one's going for another month, so I could always do a. But no, that didn't happen. I'm really impressed with this double-sided adhesive. I think it's the first one that I've had, and it's literally got nothing wrong with it at all. I can't remember how I unboxed it to get it flat. So where was I? Yeah, so but I really want to do this mystery painting. I think that's it. I know I'm going to have missed about 20 of them. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. It has been shipped, but I really don't know how long. Excuse me. Really don't know how long it is. Sorry about that. So yeah, so we've had the doctors, we've done the gardening, we've had Mother's Day, and then it was Max's, it's Wednesday today, it was Max's birthday yesterday. So Mr. P has had 3 days off. Weird, I know. It's really threw Max through a kilter. You keep saying you're taking the mickey that I've got to go to school on my birthday and you've got the day off work. So Monday we had to pop out and we had to get a few things for his birthday, like cards and stuff. Yeah, because I'm a last minute panic. I haven't got everything. And then we like birthday cake, stuff like that. He only likes chocolate cake, unlike me. I prefer like a Madeira or as long as it's got lots of butter icing on it. What else did I do? I did something else Monday. It's gone out my head. Then yesterday, it was my baby's 10th. It's double digits. We all know what happens with double digits. They change. They start to anyway. Not as bad as the teenagers, but they do change. They're getting in that little adult, you know. And but to be fair, Max was born a little old man anyway. He's got the mindset of oh. So it was his birthday, and yep, chaos again. Nothing goes to plan. So what did we do in the month? So a couple of years ago, beginning of first lockdown, we got some goldfish for Max for his birthday. They're called Patrick and Perry and Mr. Fishy Fingers. And it's a big black goldfish thing. And we keep buying new tanks, and the bigger the tank, the bigger this bloody fish is growing. Excuse my language. And we can't find anyone with a pond that can put him in, because it's only a cold water tank. It's not a... But it's huge. So the filter wasn't working well enough, so we went and got a filter and some new plants, because there's only 3 fish in the tank. It's not... But they eat the plants like they're going out of fashion. So we went and did that. So then we had to come back and clean the tank and do all of that malarkey. I'm surprised them fish are alive. How dirty that tank was. Then we usual things, housework and whatnot. We went and got some shopping because I'm making a kedgeree tonight, so I had to get some fish, and it wasn't very nice in Asda. Sorry Asda, but it wasn't. So we went to Morrison's to get some fish. I really wish they'd bring back the fresh fish section in some stores that don't do that anymore. So then Max come home. He'd opened his presents and that in the morning. Max come home, and all he wanted to do was go on he's got a new keyboard and mouse off my mum and dad. And wanted to plug it into his PlayStation and just play on his PlayStation. Then he's got a new tablet, so he really didn't want to do anything but play with his stuff. So Mikey had football after school yesterday, and I get a phone call dot on 4 o'clock. Miss Walton, yes. I thought it was because he missed a detention, because he's had a detention that he's not done for I don't know how long for homework. They keep texting me, but they're not telling him, so. Is there any chance you can come and pick Michael up? He's been playing football and he's rolled his ankle and he can't walk on it. So I'll go and get him. He can. They bring him out in a wheelchair. That's not a good sign, is it? That is not a good sign when they bring him out in a wheelchair. they hadn't took his sock or shoe off or nothing. They'd left his shoe and that on because the first aider had already left. So, bless him, he was lovely, this PE teacher. And we went. So we managed to get him in the car. I mean, he was in agony. He could not put any pressure on it. To be fair, his shoe looked swollen on his foot, to be fair. So I managed to get him home. Then Mr. P, luckily, was waiting outside to help us get him in. I ended up managing to get his shoe off. But I had to... cut his sock off because he just couldn't tolerate me pulling his foot. And yeah, his ankle was like massive. So I give him some ibuprofen and some paracetamol. I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to take you to A&E. So luckily, for a treat for Max's birthday, we'd said he could have takeout, so I didn't have to worry that, you know, dinner wasn't done or Mr. P can just order it. And Nicholas was kind of panicking because it really looked like it was out of place. To be fair, his foot looked wrong. He's quite flat-footed, and all of a sudden he got this arch in his foot. Yeah, so off to A&E. So we get there, and I had to leave Mike in the car to go and get a wheelchair because you can't get close to where the children's A&E is at our local hospital. So I had to go and find a wheelchair so I could wheel him in to the A&E. Now, I was always told that if you've got swelling on your feet, because Andrew's got bilateral talipes and he's had that many operations and bones removed and that, and they've always said elevate the feet so to reduce swelling. And they left him in this wheelchair with his foot dangling for 4 hours. 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that. It was heaving in there. Now, if I get COVID, it will be from A&E. It was absolutely rampacked in there. There was nowhere to sit. People were having to stand. It was bad in there. And you know what sounds horrible? A lot of it, I don't want to sound like a judging mum or anything like that, but they were moaning their kids have got a high temperature and they weren't feeling very well. And I could hear the nurse going, well, if you give them some paracetamol or ibuprofen, no. No. Common sense tells you if your kid's got a temperature to give them some paracetamol. At least paracetamol. Some kids can't have ibuprofen. I know a few parents that apparently asthma's one. If you've got asthma, ibuprofen's not always wise. And but to not give your child, to bring your child to A&E, a packed A&E, and wait 4 hours, and you've not even attempted to give them anything to get the temperature down. I would have to say, right, that I would have thought about 50% of the kids that were in that A&E didn't need to be in that A&E. I don't know, though. Now, if you'd given paracetamol, because I've had to take, I know it's hard to get into GPs and stuff like that, but I've had to take my other boy, you know, I've got 4 boys. I have had to take them to A&E for illnesses, if that makes sense, because 9 times out of 10, my Andrew used to get referred by the GP to the hospital. Mikey was asthmatic when he was younger, so he would be going in because he needed to go on a nebulizer and, you know, things like that. But I don't know how you can go to A&E when you haven't given the most basic of care first, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because I have had 4 kids. But I don't remember ever going to A&E and they're going, oh, he's got a temperature. And them going, well, if you give him any medicine, no. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's me being judgy. But I did get really annoyed. You know, I just didn't think. And I think the nurse was getting annoyed as well. You know, like the triage. So you see a nurse here, you go to A&E, well, where we are anyway, I don't know what it's like everywhere in the country. And you get to see like a nurse first, and she takes basic information and takes your temperature if you know, if you've got a temperature or if you've got, you know, your blood pressure, stuff like that, for different things. Checks that you've got the basic medication, you know, so you've had painkillers or whatever you need to get your temperature down, that kind of thing. And the amount that got sent home from, and she come out to me, bless, and she went, I forgive you your medicine, your painkillers. I went, no, I've already done it. She went, oh, bless you, yeah, you're right. So I think it happens more often than not. But it was really strange that people don't use. I understand there's mums that are how can I put, wary, or how can I put it? You know, if you've got a baby that just doesn't stop screaming or seems to be very ill, and I get that, but most parents that are like that would have already given the paracetamol and the ibuprofen. They wouldn't have left the child. I mean, one woman come in with a son. I shouldn't be saying stuff really, should I? And you have to say at the desk kind of what's wrong. And she went, it just doesn't feel right. Sorry? It just doesn't feel right. But why don't you, you in A&E? You know, it's, I don't get it. I really don't get it at all. Maybe it's just me. Mate, I don't know. Is it just me? If your child was ill and had got a high temperature and a snotty nose or whatever, and they've been poorly and they've got a temperature, would you go straight to A&E, or would you give them the medicine that is going to bring that temperature down? Now, if you've given the medicine and his temperature still isn't coming down, then that's an issue, obviously. Mikey used to have, he had a seizure from where they couldn't get his temperature down. And Andrew had once where he'd got a severe chest infection and they couldn't get his temperature down, so we had to go on a drip, you know, that kind of thing. But they had the medicine for, do you get what I mean? He didn't get a temperature because he hadn't had medicine. That makes no sense. And to wait, I mean, we had to wait an hour just to see the nurse. And we had to go to x-ray, which, to be fair, we didn't have to wait that long in x-ray. I think it was about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Which was really good. Mikey's never had an x-ray before, I don't think. So, you know, it's one of them. And then we had to wait for, we didn't even see a doctor, we saw a nurse, it's a nurse that can prescribe and that, basically. They've had more training. And he did manage to he looked at the x-rays and that. Because, I mean, his ankle was huge. His foot looked really off, to us it did anyway. And he said, no, there's no breaks or nothing on there. But they were saying they'd had football injuries from all day. There was no breaks or anything. So he managed to get Mikey to walk 4 steps, something like that. And then he said, no, 5 steps he had to make. And then he said, you can go home. Carry on taking some paracetamol and ibuprofen every 4 hours. Keep moving it so it doesn't go stiff. So I said, well, what about school? Because, I mean, they didn't give him any crutches or anything. He said, no. He said a couple of days until the swelling goes down. And then it can take up to 6 weeks to fully recover, but you should be all right to go to school after a couple of days. You just have to take it easy. But Mikey walks to school, and do you know what I mean? So I phoned the school this morning, so if I get a phone call, that is why. To say he's not going to be in. And can they phone me? Because when he does go in, he's not going to be able to do PE for a couple of weeks. He's going to be limping for a bit anyway, because it's a sprain. But I can't believe how big it's swelled up for a sprain. I've been looking the way of Andrew broke his collarbone. And it's kind of been Max is like head heavy, and every time he falls over he lands on his head. So we've quite often ended up there. He had a split lip that needed operating on and things like that when he was little. But I've been lucky, really. My kids haven't really broken many bones. I've said that now. You watch, this year's going to be, I've cursed it, haven't I? So yeah, it's all fun and games, but it was just, it had to be on Max's birthday, didn't it? Luckily Mr. P had gone and got petrol, because oh my life, everything is budgeted by petrol. Now, if we can walk it, we walk it. Have I got a parcel coming? No, it's the postman. He's got a big old bag though today. I wonder if I get anything today. I really want something today. No, wrong side of the road. It's very early. We haven't been getting our post. What time is it now? I have no idea. It's about 9:15, no, 9:30. And check I'm still recording, yeah. What am I going to do next, Fee? Yeah, if you're... For anyone in the UK that has like a lower income... I like saying lower income. General, everyday public. All our energy bills are going up the 1st of April. So... It's going to be a nightmare, to be quite honest. My bills have already gone up like 70%. I don't know how much more we can take. Oh, I'll tell you what I have ordered. I was really naughty. I ordered it's called the one with the diamond painting the one with the diamond paintings or something. It's the company's called. Oh yeah, I've ordered some. It sounds silly, but I'm in a darker mood. I needed a darker mood. And if anyone's watched my stash videos or has even slightly watched any of them, I'm very much bright, fantasy, pinks, purple, you know, colourful. And I really, really fancied some darker paintings. So we ordered 2 off there. They're not bad priced actually. No, I think I think it was a shop I've seen on Instagram. And I saw that they've got some lovely images on there. And I think it's poured glue, because I wasn't even sure, you know, if it was poured glue, but I don't mind double-sided adhesive if it's a decent double-sided adhesive. Some double-sided adhesives you only have to breathe on and they start getting resin. And others like Diamond Painting Deutschland, and this one obviously. And it's really sticky still after 3 years. Oh, I didn't put that on very well, did I? Yeah, I don't mind double-sided if it's decent. And I was watching Diamond Painting Gym yesterday, and he mentioned, you know, when Diamond Painting first started, it was nearly all double-sided adhesive. There wasn't that, unless you bought like the very small, you know, like fan sales ones or whatnot. The bigger ones were all double-sided. Besides Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club is one of the first ones I remember coming out that did more. So, and then we've got a couple now in the UK, which is nice. I still love Diamond Art Club though. I really like Craftably, but I can't. The shipping's more than the price of the painting, so it's definitely still a no-go. And the thing with all the fuel prices and that going up, I don't know how long it's going to be before all shipping prices from America, well, from anywhere really. I'm going to go up. So yeah, so that's why it's the end of the month. So even if I was starting an event, there's a few events, I just can't remember what they are. I really want to do this mystery painting, so I've decided, but I think Shine Like a Diamond does it twice a year, the Hannah Lynn, I think someone said. I don't know. So yeah, I've got stuff to talk about this week. Makes a change, doesn't it? You get to see a bit of an old style diamond painting, because this will be at least 3 years. Well, it's not at least, it's around 3 years, because I started diamond painting in the March of 2019. And I think kits even from AliExpress have come a long way since this one. So I wonder how long I know that some people have waited ages for Mindfulness diamond paints to come. So I'm hoping I don't wait months. Mind you, I might get a few of me more budget friendly kits done by then. I'd have a swig of tea. So, oh, another one I was going to ask, some of the more I was going to get now. I'm looking for some new pens. I know I've got enough. I've got enough. But especially if there's people from like the EU or UK. I have looked, there's some beautiful pens on Etsy for American stores. But I'm trying to do a how can I put this? Shipping thing is a thing at the minute. XXX. Have a look for X there. So I don't know. Some diamond painting pen places that maybe are from the UK or from that don't, you know. I mean, I know it's not the companies, you know, the people. I would if I could afford to pay the shipping. Then I'd pay the shipping, but I have unboxed from C'est Plus de the French company. How bad's that? I can't pronounce it. Plus de Tour, is it? Something like that. I am sorry for not sounding very French on that. But yeah, some hand-turned. I've even thought about getting some polymer clay and trying to make my own. I don't know how well that would go though. It might be fun to do a video on how not to make a polymer pen, wouldn't it, really? Because I'm really good at them. How not to do things. Yeah. I think I might have to change the angle of it. I'm trying to find it. I'm doing it on a flat table. So you can see, I don't know, it just seems a bit better. It's not, my desk's really shaky. Whereas my dining table's quite sturdy, so. So what are my plans for YouTube? Quickly, before I go. I haven't got any. I'm waiting for a couple of more waxes and that to come in. Again, ones that are shipping's under a certain price, and some of the putties and that look really nice. I really like the idea of the putties, right? But the shipping is 5 times the cost of the putty. It's not going to happen, is it? I'm not willing to pay shipping that's more than the cost of the item, that's for sure. So, if you've managed to get to this end of the video of me waffling on and, you know, moaning, it's what I do best, I think. Like I say, I'm in a bit of a slump at the minute. I'm trying to do stuff to get, you know, like hang the washing out. That's really satisfying, but I don't know. I can't get out of my funk. I don't know why. So it's a waffle, moany waffle. So, yeah, so thank you for watching. If there's anything you'd like me to look into, or if there's anything you want to know, just leave a comment or email me. Or I am on Instagram. Message me on Instagram, and I am on Facebook, but it's my personal Facebook on Facebook. If that, as silly as that sounds, it's like my friends and family and stuff like that on Facebook. So yeah, so if you want me to try something new, if there's a new company that you want me to try, there is another new company that I want to try. And it's on from Instagram. Oh. I was supposed to write it down and I forgot to write it down, so I can't remember the name. What was the name? Dotting. I'll find it out and I'll try and put it in the description. I probably won't put it in the description. I'm fibbing. I can't even think what the name began with. But there's a new company. I've seen it on Instagram. It's a UK company as well, I think. And they've just got some set Becky Griffith artwork on there. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I've done a tiny little bit, haven't I? I'm hoping to get this strip done today, to be honest. I should do. So, again, to all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers, thank you so much. I'm nearly, I'm about 12 off or 13 off 200 subscribers. I never thought I'd get 10 subscribers, so to get to nearly 200 is, yeah, and I really do appreciate it, and that's me done for today. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching. Bye.